Okay, let's do one. Tweety Voice. Today is June 23rd, 2021, 5:35 p.m. Tweety Voice. Spoken social media tweets and posts. Audio, radio, Twitter. Organization provides safe spaces in hardest places to grow up LGBTQ. For kids that don't feel safe to come out, this will be a game changer, reports ABC News. Having grown up in a Mormon household and later attending Brigham Young University, Stephanie Larson's views on homosexuality were shaped by her teachings from the church and her education. But after meeting her husband's uncle, who identifies as an openly gay man, her views on the LGBTQ plus community changed. Getting to know my husband's uncle, I was like, this is the most Christian-like person I've ever met. How is it that I'm judging him for his sexuality, Larson said. When she moved back to her hometown of Provo, Utah, Larson said she became deeply concerned with the high suicide rates among LGBTQ plus youth, especially, she said, because Provo may be one of the hardest places to grow up LGBTQ. When Larson came across a vacant blue house with rainbow glass-stained windows in the heart of Provo, she would go on to turn it into Encircle, an organization that focuses on suicide prevention and providing safe space for LGBTQ plus youth. Encircle, abcnews.com reports. The Washington Post, perspective. I'm an Episcopal priest, denying Biden communion is a nuclear option. Across Christian faith, the Eucharist has the power to heal divisions. WashingtonPost.com. It is 5:36 p.m. Caitlin Collins asked if the failure of the voting rights bill has led him to believe it's time to reform the filibuster. President Biden tells reporters, I think it's time to pass the voting rights bill. Caitlin Collins. Showtime. We're with them. Hello, sir. My name is Taylor. My pronouns are they, theirs, and them. Billions on Showtime. Hashtag Free Britney Movement rally outside as the hearing begins inside the courthouse. Sound on to hear their chants. It is 5:44 p.m., June 23rd, 2021. City, New York reports 7 minutes ago. This weather, this city can't beat it. Phil Hellmuth liked Poker Go. Time to get hyped on high stakes stool. Will he be at Phil Hellmuth or at Real Kid Poker to win the $400,000? Watch today at 8 p.m. ET exclusively on Poker Go. bit.ly/3JB, capital S, capital B, lowercase x, capital E. Now this change.org petition for The Late Late Show with James Corden to end the popular segment garnered thousands of signatures. 40,000 signature strong petition calls on James Corden to end anti. Push 1 to follow link. Push 2 for next tweet. A petition demanding The Late Late Show with James Corden alter a popular repeat segment has amassed thousands of signatures after critics accused the bit of being anti-Asian. Kim Syra, an Asian American artist and influencer, started a Change.org petition earlier this month, criticizing the late night show's Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts segment. Celebrity guests joined Corden at a rotating table where they ask each other hard-hitting questions. Corden and the guests then have the choice to answer the question or eat or drink the sample. Syra, who is Filipina and Chinese American, wrote in the petition that Corden has called some of the foods really disgusting and horrific during the segment. According to Syra, foods including ballot, century-old eggs, and chicken feet have appeared on Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts and are often regularly eaten by Asian people. Push 1 to read more. Push 2 for next clip. Investment Hulk, what happens to diamond hands when there's a margin call? ThinkWork, that's the last time he'd ever make a joke mocking Frozen. IndieWire, the Merry Saints of Newark guide, 15 details to know about hashtag The Sopranos prequel movie, bit.ly/3V, capital K, capital R, capital P, UK. NYPD 13th Precinct reports, after reports of an attack in the neighborhood, officers Rubain and Segroy quickly began a search for the assailant. They successfully located the man and arrested him for an unprovoked assault on an elderly female who had simply been waiting for a bus. Great work, officers. NYPD News. Esto es CNN en Español. CNN en Español es tu principal fuente de información y breaking news. Cubrimos las noticias de América Latina y el resto del mundo. Vive la noticia cnnespañol.cnn.com. El set contiene 10,070 piezas y trae 7 minifiguras con Ross, Rachel, Chandler, Joey, Mónica, Phoebe y Gunther. Nota, contenido comercial de CNN_EU_. El set de Lego de Friends y algunos Funko Pop de la serie están en Plasten 1 para leer más, Plasten 1 para seguir leyendo, Plasten 2 para continuar. Este set de Central Park de Friends cuenta con 1070 piezas y están en menos de Memex 900. También algunos Funko Pop de los personajes en cnnespañol.cnn.com. It is 5:52 p.m. CNN en español. Una cápsula presurada suspendida en un globo aerostático de alta tecnología podría llevar a 8 pasajeros hasta el borde del espacio. Aquí te contamos cuánto costará la aventura. Junio 23, 2021. John McAfee, el controvertido magnate del software de antivirus que había tenido varios enfrentamientos recientes con la ley estadounidense, murió a los 75 años. McAfee estaba esperando la extradición en una prisión española después de ser acusado de evasión fiscal en los Estados Unidos y el año pasado. McAfee fue encontrado muerto en su celda en una prisión cerca de Barcelona el miércoles alrededor de las 1 de la tarde Eastern, y un médico forense está en el lugar, dijo a CNN una portavoz del Tribunal Superior de Cataluña. Dijo que se está investigando la causa de la muerte. Telegraph reports. Exclusive. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex rejected the title Earl of Dumbarton for their son Archie because it contained the word dumb. It has emerged. The Telegraph reports, Harry and Meghan rejected Earl of Dumbarton title for Archie. Sources reveal they declined to use the title as they fear their son would be bullied or attract unfortunate nicknames. Telegraph.co.uk. Rachel Maddow, MSNBC. Billy Crystal, I will be on at Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight. Exclamation point, first time in front of an audience in over a year. Exclamation point, Billy Crystal. Republican Matt Gaetz, critical race theory has no place in our military or our country. Pentagon leaders grilled about woke military, says Fox News. CNN Politics, Michigan GOP investigation finds no evidence of widespread fraud in 2020 election. Michigan GOP, a Republican-led investigation, concluded Wednesday that there was no evidence of widespread or systematic fraud in Michigan's 2020 election. Alba Waba News. It is 5:57 p.m. 6/23/2021 Eastern Time. Although critics see the mobile nuclear power plant as a floating Chernobyl, it will become a driving force for the economic development of the region for the next 40 years, by Dr. Renee Tebel. Academic Lomonosov. World's first floating nuclear power plant, by Dr. Renee Tebel. Albawaba.com. House Republicans. Fact. Homicides are up 533% in Portland, 58% in Atlanta, 37% in Philadelphia, and 22% in Los Angeles compared to the same time period in 2020. President Biden reports 5:58 p.m., 1 hour ago. Tune in as Attorney General Merrick Garland and I deliver remarks on the administration's comprehensive gun crime prevention strategy. We will begin shortly. President Biden, GOP. Police departments are losing staff because morale is at an all-time low, and Democratic-run cities are in chaos because of the Defund the Police movement. The White House. Happening now. The President and Attorney General deliver remarks on the administration's comprehensive gun crime prevention strategy at 4:59 p.m.-ish. IGN reports, Xbox boss Phil Spencer says 343 Industries is very committed to Halo Infinite's current holiday 2021 release window. bit.ly/2 capital UY 0 capital RHT. CNN Politics. I don't know what planet we were on. Judge rebukes GOP for downplaying Capitol riot as he hands out first sentence in insurrection. Indiana woman gets probation for role in U.S. Capitol riot is first sentence. A Trump supporter who spent 10 minutes inside the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th insurrection was sentenced to probation Wednesday. Press 1 to read more. Press 2 for next tweet. CNN Politics, judge rebukes GOP for downplaying U.S. Capitol riot as he hands out first sentence in insurrection. A Trump supporter who spent 10 minutes inside the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th insurrection was sentenced to probation Wednesday, avoiding jail, becoming the first rioter to learn their punishment in the riot investigation. At a hearing in D.C. federal court, Judge Royce Lambert said the insurrection was a disgrace and forcefully rebuked the utter nonsense coming from some Republican lawmakers and other right-wing figures who are whitewashing what happened. I don't know what planet they were on, Lambert said of the GOP lawmakers, without mentioning any names. Recent releases of videos from the attack will show the attempt of some congressmen to rewrite history, and that these were tourists walking through the Capitol is utter nonsense. Press 1 to read more. Press 2 for next tweet. The Hill. Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene. Everybody knows that Joe Biden is failing and can't do the job as president of the United States. Binance. Make #Binance earn the best savings product for you. We're developing a new savings strategy tool. Answer a few questions to help us meet your needs. New product survey. Let us know what you want to see on the regular saving plan. Binance. Earn. Click here to vote. Google.com. The Washington Post. Top military leader. I want to understand. White rage. And I'm white. Top U.S. military leader. I want to understand white rage. General Mark A. Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said he found it offensive that some lawmakers and right-wing commentators have. WashingtonPost.com. Press 1 to read more. Press 2 for next tweet. Top U.S. military leader. I want to understand white rage. Politico. The military's top officer pushed back against GOP lawmakers who said the Pentagon's efforts to combat racism and promote diversity had made the armed forces too woke. Top general fires back at offensive criticism of military being woke. Milley's comments are some of the most pointed in defense of the military, which has come under heavy criticism from Republican. Press 1 to read more. Press 2 for next tweet. It is 6:16 p.m., June 23rd, 2021. The deep state is real, run by corporate interests. They control spy agencies, pay-for-play politicians, corrupt judges, fake news media, big tech, people in power who don't want the dirty secrets exposed. That's why they spy on all. Democracy is dead. Kim.com. Encryption, decentralization, and cryptocurrencies will save us. A money supply controlled by the people, secure communications, and uncensorable social media. Please fight for truth tellers like Julian Assange and Edward Snowden. Make a stand about your right to know the truth. Kim.com. Rest in peace, John. Let's do one. It's 6:19 p.m., June 23rd, 2021. Bitcoin news. Coinbase is now licensed to operate in Japan. The platform will offer the trading of BTC, BCH, ETH, XLM, and LTC. #Bitcoin, #cryptocurrency. Coinbase is now registered as an approved cryptocurrency exchange to operate in Japan. The Japanese Financial Services Agency has approved. News.bitcoin.com. It's 6:21 p.m. NBC New York reports, in her first words in open court about the conservatorship and its 13-year existence, Britney Spears asked the Los Angeles court judge to end the conservatorship that has controlled her life and money since 2008. NBCNewYork.com. It's 6:21 p.m. NBC New York reports, in her first words in open court about the conservatorship and its 13-year existence, Britney Spears asked the Los Angeles court judge to end the conservatorship that has controlled her life and money since 2008. NBCNewYork.com. The Daily Beast reports, the missionaries bested the mogul in a bid to snap up a massive plot of farmland and precious water rights in the parched West. How the Mormon Church beat Bill Gates in a battle over farmland. The missionaries bested the mogul in a bid to snap up a massive plot of farmland and precious water rights in the parched West. TheDailyBeast.com. Press 1 to read more. Press 2 for next tweet. On Friday, a showdown between two of the largest agricultural landowners in the United States, the Church of Latter-day Saints and Bill Gates' wealth management firm, came to a head when the Mormons beat out the mogul on a bid for 12,000 acres of eastern Washington farmland that was once at the center of a $244 million ghost cattle fraud locals have dubbed Cattlegate. The land in question lies on the mighty Columbia River, the fourth largest river in the United States and one central to the region's culture and economy economy for thousands of years. Fishing, transportation, and power generation are essential uses to this day. The Columbia also provides agricultural landowners an important and dwindling asset, water rights. And for those with anxiety over the coming climate crisis, access to a seemingly infinite supply of fresh water is worth fighting for. The Daily Beast, 6:22 p.m. TMZ reports, HuffPost. She told the court that she felt ashamed that something meant to show support for the president had turned violent. Anna Morgan Lloyd told the court she felt ashamed that something meant to show support for the president had turned violent. HuffPost.com. Fox News, 23 seconds ago, 6:23 p.m., June 23rd, 2021. Fox News poll. Majority believes COVID-19 leaked from lab in China. Once dismissed as a conspiracy theory, today a 60% majority believes COVID-19 was created by scientists and leaked from a lab in. Press 1 to read more. Press 2 for next tweet. We've got news for you. No direct scientific evidence has been made public.
Resurfaced report shows U.S. scientists finding it plausible.
Once dismissed as a conspiracy theory, today a 60% majority believes COVID-19 was created by scientists and leaked from a lab in China, according to a Fox News survey. That's nearly the double 31% who think the pandemic started naturally. That majority is largely comprised of 79% of Republicans and 58% of independents who blame a lab leak. 41% of Democrats agree, while 46% believe the virus evolved from nature. Click here to read the full poll results. Press 1 to click here. Press 2 for next tweet. Interviews were conducted June 19th to the 22nd, 2021 among a random national sample of 1,001 registered voters. Landline and cell phone telephone numbers were randomly selected for inclusion in the survey using a probability proportionate to size method, which means phone numbers for each state are proportional to the number of voters in each state. Fox News poll. No direct scientific evidence has been made public that conclusively proves either perspective. Think about the origins of COVID-19. Which is more likely? Created in China lab and leaked? 60%. Evolved from nature in China, 31% of all registered voters, plus or minus 3 percentage points, June 19th to the 22nd. Half of voters, 50% believe coronavirus has permanently changed the way Americans live, while 42% think the change is temporary. Just 6% think the pandemic didn't really change things much at all. Has pandemic changed how we live in the United States? Fox News poll, yes, permanently, 50%, yes, temporarily, 42%, no real change, 6% of all registered voters, plus or minus 3% points, June 19th to 22nd, 2021. One of the biggest changes has been more people working from home, and 70% think that's a good thing. In general, do you think more people working from home is a good thing? 70%. Bad thing, 23%. June 19th to 22nd, 2021, registered voters, plus or minus 3 percentage points. Meanwhile, 81% feel very or somewhat comfortable going to restaurants and stores. That's up significantly from 52% who felt that way a year ago. By an 11-point margin, people who are not vaccinated are more likely than those who got the shot to say they feel very comfortable going out in public. How comfortable do you feel going to restaurants and stores right now? Fox News poll. Very? 38% vaccinated, 49% unvaccinated, somewhat, 42% vaccinated, 33% unvaccinated. How comfortable do you feel going to restaurants and stores right now? Not very, vaccinated, 14%, unvaccinated, 10%, not at all, vaccinated, 6%, unvaccinated, 6%, vaccinated plus or minus 4%, unvaccinated plus or minus 5%, June 19th to 22nd, 2021. Overall, 2/3 of voters, 65%, report having received the COVID-19 vaccine. Should that be a requirement? Replying to Variety, I want to own my money and for this to end, and my boyfriend to drive me in his F-in car, Spears said. bit.ly/3G capital U NY capital U lowercase u. Variety. Spears spoke uninterrupted for about 30 minutes, telling Judge Brenda Penny that she wants her own attorney, that she wants to scale back her therapy appointments, and that she wants the freedom to get married and have a baby. Soulfully connecting the yellow drawing by. Regular deadline reports for In the Scripts, the Titan Awards on June 30th. Our dads really dig this art and love beer, so had to snag one. Massimo. The Independent, officer injured in Capitol riot, says Kevin McCarthy's claim he tried to set up meeting is bull S. Star, star, star. It is 6:30 p.m. Thanks for listening to Tweeter Voice. Signing off.